Hello everyone, welcome to SharePointCafe.net. This video is about AJ 900 exam preparation. Recently, I cleared the exam, so I thought to share this on my YouTube channel. So let's start this. AJ 900 is the beginning level of Azure Cloud. So what are the exam pattern for AJ 900? So AJ 900 exam is based on fundamentals of Azure Cloud. So all the questions will be of objective form. There is no negative marking in AJ 900 certification till now. So to qualify the exam, one has to score 70% and above. So exam duration is somewhere around 85 to 90 minutes. So as per my experience, at the time of exam, especially when you are appearing in online session, you should make sure that you have good quality of webcam and good internet connectivity. So how to prepare for AJ 900 exam? First, if you are serious about passing AJ 900 exam, then please watch a complete video series on video learning platforms such as Udemy. So you have to watch end-to-end video series from chapter 1 or topic 1 to last topic. Okay. And simultaneously, what you have to do, start a free 1-month subscription on Microsoft Azure, where you will get $200 to spend, which is enough amount to explore the things and learn. And also try to search for AJ 900 exam sample question to attempt a maximum possibility of your maximum number of question you should attempt before appearing in exam, so that the concept will be clear and some extra question you will able to face. And so what are the topics that is covered in AJ 900 exam? So this is the basic Azure Cloud exam. So below the topic list which will be covered: Azure regions, availability zones, subscription, resource groups, management groups and tags, virtual machine, availability set, skill set, serverless, Azure function, logic apps, Azure storage, Azure database, then Azure networking, Azure security, Azure management tools, Azure service level agreement, SLA, Azure compliance, privacy and governance, Azure cost management, Azure IoT, big data, AI and machine learning, and Azure DevOps. So these are the topics that will be covered in AJ 900 exam, and don't worry, these are not they will not ask the question in depth. They will ask generally the definition and some what kind of generally what is this kind of question will be there. There is no implementation in AJ 900 exams, remember. So let's move to our first topic, Azure regions and availability zones. So Azure provides 60 plus regions around the globe. Regions are nothing but the geographical location around the globe. So deploy your services to multiple regions which will give high availability, low latency and maximum geographical reach. So to get high availability, you should try to deploy your application in 2 or more availability zones or regions. So Azure provides multiple availability zones in a single Azure region. Each availability zone is one or more data centers and they have their own network connectivity and power resources. And remember, not all the Azure regions have availability zones. This is a very important question as per AJ 900. For example, East US has 3 availability zones, West Europe has 3, Southeast Asia has 3, West Central US has 0 availability zones. And there are some other regions like Europe, Brazil, they have their own availability zones. Next, subscription and resource groups. So subscription is basically at the time of login you choose whether you want to go for free account, pay as you go kind of things. So to manage cost and billing for different department within your organization, you can create different subscription to manage their billing, invoices and related things. And one thing, you cannot merge 2 or more subscription into one. However, you can move a resource from one subscription to other. For example, if you have created a VM in one subscription, within resource group, you can move that to in other subscription, but you can't merge two subscription within one. And what is resource group? Resource group is the group of resources available or you have created within it. For example, virtual machine, database, and anything, any resources that you have created. So resource group, the major benefit of resource group is that you create multiple resources within resource group and you apply something or some permission on resource group that will be inherited to resources. So a resource group can contain resources from multiple Azure regions as well. And permission applied to a resource group is automatically applied to resource available in that resource group. And one more thing, if we will delete a resource group, all the resources available in that resource group will be automatically deleted because it inherits the property from the resource group. Next thing, IaaS, PaaS and SaaS. So IaaS is infrastructure as a service. So as the name suggests, infrastructure, it is a cloud model which allow us to manage infrastructure from cloud service provider. In this cloud model, we are responsible for managing virtual machine, database, OS, load balancer, etc. So with software, we have to manage the underlying hardware as well. And the next one is PaaS, platform as a service. So as the name suggests, platform, we are only responsible for application deployment and their related configuration. So a platform has been given by Azure Cloud or any cloud service provider to us, and then we are deploying our application. We are responsible for deploying our application, maintaining our application and data and the configuration. No need to worry about underlying hardware. For example, Azure App Service, Azure Container, Azure Cosmos DB, they are the best example of PaaS model. In PaaS model, we can configure hardware needs and configure for auto scaling need, but we are not responsible for any hardware related things. We can only configure our needs. SaaS, it is software as a service. So best example for software as a service is Google Docs, Office 365, Dropbox. So what is SaaS? In SaaS, we are responsible for using application and not for any deployment and maintenance and uptime and anything. We are just responsible for using our application and configuring related things like who can use this application in our organization and other things and permissions level things. No hardware, no maintenance, no uptime for SaaS. So see, with this picture you can get better idea. So first is IaaS, where we can we are responsible for application data, runtime and middleware and operating system. Virtualization, servers, storage and networking related things is managed by service provider, that is Microsoft in this case. And for PaaS, we are only responsible for application and data, and other things like runtime, middleware, operating system, virtualization, servers, storage and networking, cloud service provider is responsible for that. And for SaaS, everything is maintained and owned by cloud service provider, and they are responsible for it. We are only responsible for using our application, that's it. Next is public cloud, private cloud and hybrid cloud. So what is public cloud? So public cloud allows you to host and deploy application in cloud with no data center available in on-premise. So remember, in your local premise or on-premise, we are not maintaining any server, any hardware. We are just using the application available in services or server available in Azure cloud or any cloud service provider. So no capital expenditure. We are not buying any infrastructure or any hardware, any servers for our local premise. We are using pay as you go, underlying hardware maintained by Azure or cloud service provider, hardware resources shared among multiple tenants. Private cloud, it allows you to host and deploy everything within your own data center. It needs capital expenditure, staff, maintenance. Private cloud provides high level of security and privacy. So in private cloud, we are maintaining our own server. So for that, definitely we are we need capital expenditure for this. We need staff, maintenance and everything related to that. Next is hybrid cloud. It is combination of public and private cloud. For example, your application server is in on-premise premise data center and your database is in Azure cloud. So, is this type of mix and match is called hybrid cloud. So, we have covered one or two topics and now we will see related question answer that is that has been asked in AJ 900 exam. So, first question, do all Azure regions support availability zones? The answer is no. Next is, availability zones are to replicate data to multiple regions. The answer is no. They are responsible for only providing high availability and low latency. Availability zones in a region are connected with low latency link. The answer is yes. Next, you applied some permissions to one of your resource group. Will it be applied to all resources within it automatically? The answer is yes. If you delete a resource group, all the resources in the resource group will be deleted. The answer is yes, because resources inherit permission and everything from resource group. You have application hosted in on-premise server and database is in Azure cloud. What cloud model it is? It is hybrid model. Next, in platform as a service or PaaS, customer has access to VM instances? False. No, because in PaaS we are responsible only for maintaining our application and data and we are not responsible for any underlying hardware. That we do in infrastructure as a service and not in platform as a service. So, that is all for this video. Thank you for watching this video. The upcoming topics will be available soon in coming weeks for AJ 900. So, thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel and have a nice day. Bye bye.